Up. 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 Down. Out. Up. How's that?
You haven't shown me the in button working yet.
I don't think it works.
Oh,
In.
Look at that.
Pretty cool. Just needs a bit of paint job. Yeah. In that position it'll hold 1 ton. Going up. How's that?
Pretty good. Job done. Thanks for playing. So there you go. That's a 3D printed button to replace the one that was missing on the Dyna-Saw. Seems to have worked pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the result, and I'm sure that will last for the lifetime of the truck. In the meantime, a bit of a workshop update. I've been looking for wire for the DeWalt 3-phase radial saw motor, and part of determining what was needed for that motor was a bit of dismantling. I found that the pigtails were shot, so I was trying to get into the coils by heating up the lacquer. Was able to use the pyrolytic oven at home to bring it up to around 150 degrees C, and that kind of got it a bit loose, but it wasn't really satisfactory. And whilst I was busily trying to pull the wiring apart, I did manage to break one of the coils, and no doubt I've managed to nick the insulation somewhere in the process as well. So this is now a full rewind project, and I'm currently looking for a source of the 21 gauge wire. I think I've got one in Poland, just waiting for a price to come back. Once I confirm that I've got some wire in the way, I will finish stripping out the coils and identifying which coils go where. As you can see, I've made a start with the documentation of that so far, with the pictures at the end of this video. So shout out to a guy in Tasmania that has offered to help me look at the internals. Much appreciated. We might have some news for you real soon as to what we've found, and hopefully start on a rewind. Thanks for watching. So also in a workshop update, I purchased a set of toners to refill our colour laser printer. So it includes toners and also a set of chips that go on the toners that tell the printer that it's been replaced. Let me know if you want to see a video of how to do a toner recharge. I'm sure it's not a lot involved with it, but yeah, let me know if you want to see how I did it. Also this week I got a replacement motor for a Dyson vacuum cleaner. There's been a few how-tos on the internet, so I didn't bother filming that. Again, I can replace or re-record that if anybody is interested in it. I picked up these. It's a couple of ratchet handle tap handles. I think it was about 12 bucks all in for both a smaller and a larger size handle. So ratchet in and ratchet out. Something pretty cheap and cheerful, but I think useful in the workshop, especially when you're starting tapping and you just want to sort of get a tap going. Found a set of elevators, dental elevators, which again I think there's only $10 in this pack, which I felt would be useful for dismantling and reassembling seals and bearings and stuff. Just something with a bit of smooth edges, no sharp corners, and a bit of assistance there. And of course, finally, at long last, I have received my set of gauge blocks. Now, gauge blocks have been covered again in a number of videos, but they are just a really amazing tool in the workshop. So I'm not going to go deep into how these are used, but like for $100 for a metric set that's plus or minus 50 microns, and with a certificate on it. Well, can't say no. And that will go nicely with the matrix base that I acquired last week from other sources. So yeah, lots of fun from this week's workshop update. Thanks guys, catch you next time.